Okay, hello everyone. Namaste, and this is a special thank you for the people who don't speak Bulgarian and still did yoga with me. I will make a vlog, and it's going to be focused on stretching the legs and preparing for splits. It will be more of a stretch rather than a yoga because I feel it's useful for what I'm intending to do. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Right, I should start. I'm starting. So the stretches I use for front splits, we have to stretch the front thighs, back of the thighs, the hamstrings, and the psoas, because we sit all day and we need to stretch them too, as well as open the hips. Okay, so those are the stretches that I recommend for you to do after every workout if you want to work on your splits and like leg flexibility. I will also include inner thighs, although they are more focused on middle splits, but still, if you want to open that area, you've got to work everything there. So be sure to warm up. The first thing we'll do is a lizard pose or low lunge. You can stay like this and just stretch here. Now you can use blocks because you instead of staying like this, the spine should be elevated, chest up, and then you push with your hips. Now if this is too much, use blocks. You can just stay here, okay? Stay like 5 breaths, and then you can start moving the pelvis 5 times. Like going in like this and pushing out to really stretch the psoas. Perfect. We do this exercise 5 times, and we switch on the other side. Standing tall. And when ready, we push and we release. Okay, now we go back to the other leg again. You don't want to spend too much time on one leg if you're a beginner because it will really overstretch or make you feel like you hate your psoas. Relax again, curl up your toes, and then start lifting the back of the back knee, stretching the psoas on this side. You can do this 5 times. And then you push back and we stretch the hamstring. Now here, use blocks, elevate your spine, don't do this. This is not what, you're not working anything if you do this. Elevated spine, chest, try and move with the chest, okay? So chest forward. And then we switch legs. The other side, low lunge, curl up the toes, and you start lifting the knee off the ground 5 times with control. Then relax the knee, push back, hamstring stretch. Perfect. Then we want to stretch the little bit of the ankles and the quads. You can sit like this or like this. Okay, however it feels comfortable, and you go backwards. So you stretch the quads. This is perfect. If you need, you can go further down. It's alright. You can stay everywhere for 5 breaths or more. You go back. And now we're going to stretch the inner thighs. And this is the exercises where it's a frog lunge. So we open the hips when we are in a lunge pose here, and we just push forward, stretching. Then thighs 5 times. You can hold if you feel like it. You can stretch like this because it also opens the area. If you want, you can lift the toes a little bit, or you can push the knee backwards, activating the glutes. And then we move to the other side. We hold, you can stretch, lift the toes, move the knee, activating the glutes, relax. For those who want the challenge, we'll go back to the glutes again, quads. You can stay in low lunge, put your hands on the floor and just grab your ankle. Another version of that is just do a quad stretch, standing up. But this stretches it in a different way. So we do it on the other side. Five breaths will be enough. Now what I mean by standing up, I mean this. While you're not pushing it too far back, try and have the knee next to the other knee. Right, we stretch them. Now we have the back of the leg, the hamstring. If you're not very flexible here, use something. Like honestly, you need to create a deadlift. So chest up, going to the floor with the chest. The back should be straight, and you can have you know it's straight if you put your arm here, your hand here, and you feel it straight. And you always go to the floor with the chest. You can lean on something. I recommend it, and just strengthen the quads, activate them, go forward, go backwards, relax. You're looking for the deadlift sensation here, like a deadlift in ascension is a stretch. Here what I find really helping me is just putting the weight on one leg. Oh, this is a different kind of sensation. And then on the other, be mild. You can train your splits 3 times a week will be enough. And always breathe calmly with control, just telling the nervous system it's not something you hate. Lie to it. Relax. Alrighty, the last thing we can do is stretch the hips, open the hips. Very beginner poses would be reclined pigeon, which is like this. You can also hold, I don't know, like here, or here, or here. I like doing it like this. Active ankles, toes pointing up, hold here. Then you can just cross them and hold like this. Hold for 5 breaths, go on the other side. And then like this. Also happy baby, very helpful. And if you have the mobility, you can totally work on pigeon pose, where you have the foot flexed, the leg flexed in front of you. The closer the leg, the better for beginners, like not as overstretching it. The hips should be squared. Don't do this, rather use a pillow or something. And just, you can stay here, you can lower yourself, however you feel, but breathe. Awesome exercise to open your hips. Then you can do it on the other side. And of course, last but not least, wide leg stretch. Well, actually two. I will give you two exercises. Now this, be sure to have your back supported. If you're like this is not helping you. So go to the wall or something and just activate your back. It might be very painful to stay here, but it's better to stay here. In the moment where you can stand like this and supporting your back, perfect, but you need to tilt the pelvis forward. And only when you can stay like this, you can put your arms here. And you breathe. So remember the wall. Same with Paschimottanasana, this pose. You can do it this variation as well. Same principles. You need to sit to support yourself on the wall, to have your back up. This might be painful in itself. When you can stay in this pose, you go forward. 5 breaths. And yeah, this is for me, guys. I recommend you to do those 3 times a week. If you do so, humor me and do a before and after picture so I can see your progress and let me know how it goes. Tag me, and yeah, anything really. I am working on to making everybody do the split. So with my blessed heart to yours, I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.